Hello to all those who follow me on Facebook. I don't really think I have very many followers on YouTube yet. Um, this is basically a kind of a catch-up video on what's going on with current projects and past projects. Um, this is basically the cover concept art that I had for Incorporeal, which is my current project that I'm working on, comic book that I created and hired a local writer, Ben Miro, to write it. He's written he's written enough script for 2 books, and now it's just up to me to actually get around to penciling and inking them, and then that's gonna fall. And then get around to actually getting it together. So that's actually concept for another idea that I had that I've never quite gotten to flesh out yet. That was gonna be kind of like a Game of Thrones meets Disney kind of thing. It was gonna be pretty brutal. Um, I actually have a concept page and some concept art and character designs, mostly for Shade, because he is definitely my favorite character. I think he's Ben's favorite too. I can tell he had a lot of fun writing for him. He's a bit of a dick, the character Shade, not Ben. But anywho, so that's what I'm currently working on right now. Trying to get basically some preview pages done for October because I'm going to be at Grand Rapids Comic Con. Actually, I don't have the booth number on hand, um, but I will be posting that with this video and on my Facebook page, keeping everybody updated and everything. So anybody ever wants to know what the heck is going on, where I'm at, what I'm doing, that's how you do it, is on Facebook. Um, Basically, I was working on Changeling, which was another idea I had, and ended up kind of hooking up with a writer, Kelly Bender, on DeviantArt. Things didn't really, like, we had like a 3-year hiccup, and I really don't think it's going to get finished. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of on an indefinite pause. Like, it's definitely on the back burner. I'd like to finish it someday. I liked the story idea that I came up with. I liked the direction where he was going with the writing. But there were some things that just weren't really, I don't know, congealing, I guess. But maybe someday. Like, I totally love the pages, and this was actually my second attempt at redrawing these pages. Like, the first time I drew them, it was kind of very amateur, very quick, very hurried through, and then when I went back and I redrew them again, uh, I definitely paid a lot more attention to detail, spent a lot more time on the pages. These are all just basic pencils. I mean, but I definitely spent a lot more time working on stuff. Like, I still have to work on anatomy, foreshortening, definitely. Perspective is something I'm always working on. And then we get to some of my tattoo flash design work, some random stuff. But anywho, yeah, I will be in Grand Rapids Comic Con end of October, and beginning of November, I will be at uh, Fantasticon, which is in Mountain Clemens at Gibraltar Trade Center. I've never been to this convention before. I've heard a lot of good things about Fantasticon, though, and the tables were very affordable, and you got to pick your table, which is totally cool. You don't really see that a lot at conventions. Like, you just literally go on a little map, and whatever table isn't taken, like, boop, that's mine. I claim it. You know, and if somebody hasn't beaten you to it, then you get it. So that's pretty cool. The one in Mount Clemens will be crashing with friends and family of my one roommate. At Grand Rapids, however, this is where it pays to make friends at conventions. We will be staying with these dudes, my buddies at Rapid Fire. Uh, Mostly Terrell Smith. We kind of like take over and devour his living room and spoil his cats. But this is their comic books. Luminous Firefly, issue 1 and 2, and of course I got them signed, which is awesome. Um, Super cool dudes. They always have a booth at C4, which is Cherry Capital Comic Con, another convention that I frequent every year. Thanks to these guys, actually. They're the ones who kind of got me into going to the convention circuit. I was just walking through as a fan, and we ended up hanging out at their table. Next thing I know, I was invited to hang out at their table and do some doodles and drawing. And then the following convention I went to was Detroit Fan Fair, back when that was still running. Terrell invited me to share half his table with him, and I made like $100 within my first hour there selling some artwork. So it was super cool. And then I got a table the following year on my own, and it's pretty much thanks to these guys that they pushed me to get my first table and all that. So I always look forward to hanging out with these guys, and we always have a blast. We're always super loud, and I'm amazed we don't get kicked out of more places, especially restaurants. We are terrible. Another shout out to another convention friend is Dirk Manning. Super awesome writer. I have a collection of his books here, actually. Um, does the Tales of Mr. Ree books. Of course, I got those signed. I do believe, yep, yeah, the one artist that usually tours with him who works on Mystery is Seth DeMoose. I have a sketch cover done of Mystery from him somewhere, probably stashed away with my other collections. Nightmare World is another set of like horror anthologies done by Dirk and friends. He likes to work with a lot of people who he's friends with, and he likes to tailor his writing and stories to their drawing ability and what they're comfortable with, and that's super cool to find that in a writer. And then I have my art book, which I actually debuted at C4 this year. It's basically just a couple of previews of some, of Incorporeal, and there are some of Changeling in there, and some other random works of art, and some character sketches and notes and stuff. I'm also selling them as package deal with various buttons, which I ventured into this year. Something different, just trying out new things, seeing what works at conventions, what doesn't work. Probably do a video on, my setup for conventions and stuff like that. Well, if anybody's interested. Because I know a lot of people who get booths at Comic Cons, like anime conventions, comic book conventions, whatever, craft shows. The setup can be a pain in the butt sometimes, and it's always nice when you can find neat little hacks or little, corners you can cut to try to get things to look super cool and have a very professional setup. So, and I'm still learning a lot of this myself because I've only been doing conventions for probably like 3 years now. I really haven't been at it very long, so. But that's pretty much it. That's I'm working on Incorporeal. That's the current project. Still doing commissions, still tattooing, still dying. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And thanks for watching and all that. I'm hoping to get more, me drawing videos up soon. Hopefully I'll get a better setup so that way you can actually see the picture a little bit better of what I'm actually drawing. That's pretty much it. Thanks.